is Mohammed Saad. I will talk to you about machining operations. And let's jump to the details. So when we talk about the machining operations, we are talking about an example, a workpiece. You have a piece of aluminum or something and you want to make some reduction in thickness, or you want to make some features like a hole or a chamfer or any kind of features. So in order to perform a machining operations, there are three elements. Let's write here. So let's say to perform machining operation, you need three elements. So these three elements are namely the workpiece, the first one. The second thing is the cutting tool. And the third element is the machine tool. And let's make an example to make things clear. So let's say you have a block of aluminum like that, and you want to create a hole in this block of aluminum. So this block will be the workpiece, and the drill bit that you will use will be the cutting tool. So in order to make this process happen, you will need to put the tool on the chuck in the drilling machine, and you need to hold the workpiece on the table on the drilling machine. So that's what make it a machine tool. So the thing that, or the structure that basically link between the tool and the workpiece, that's what we call the machine tool. So the function of the machine tool is basically to create two things. First, relative position between the tool and the workpiece, and number two is relative motion. So for example, in the drilling the aluminum block, so the tool will hold the will be held in the chuck of the drilling machine, and the workpiece will be on the table. You will have some vibes, some sort of mounting fixture, and there will be certain relative position between the tool and the workpiece. For example, the center line of the tool has to be perpendicular on the surface of the workpiece in this example, and this is a relative position. What about the relative motion? So now you will need the drilling bit to spin at high speed, and then you will move the bit down toward the workpiece in order to make this hole, right? So this is a relative motion between the tool and the workpiece. So this was just a quick introduction about what do you need in order to have a machining operation. Talking about the tool, we can actually say there are two categories for the tools. Let me just move this here. Okay, so we can say that the cutting tools can be classified into single point and multiple points. Single point, very quick example, is when you do external turning. So you basically have a workpiece, let's say, making a reduction in diameter. Alright, the center line of a piece here, and this piece is spinning at high speed, and here is the cutting tool. So the cutting tool is moving this way and the workpiece is spinning, then the metal will be removed to reduce the diameter of this cylinder. So this is a single point cutting tool. This tool here is single point, just one edge cutting. But if we think about the drilling operation as an example for multi-point cutting tool, so now the drill bit is actually many multiple edges. If you look at the drilling tool, there are multiple edges that make this cutting process happen, right? So that's why we say it's multiple point. So if there are many edges, mean more than or equal to cutting edges, that will be multiple point cutting tool, and if it's just one edge cutting, it will be single point cutting tool. Alright, so we will start to talk about the single point cutting tool in the coming meeting. So thank you so much for watching, and looking to meet you again in the next meeting. Thank you.